anyways, here's another crazy story. TikToker sued for sleeping with her friend's man.
This is Brene Kennard, and she's a TikTok influencer currently being sued for sleeping with her friend's husband. And I read,
You could sue? You could sue? What the fuck?
all the legal documents, even though I'm not a lawyer. So let me fill you in on this crazy case. Like I said, her name is Brene Kennard. She's an influencer with almost 3 million followers on TikTok. And in May of 2021, she married this man whose name is Devin. Brene and Devin live in North Carolina, and they spent a ton of time hanging out with Devin's cousin Tim and Tim's wife, Akira. Brene and Devin, Tim and Akira. So these two couples hang out, they go on double dates, make social media videos together, go to birthday parties, basketball games, baseball games, all the couple things. Until in January of 2024, Akira discovers a video of Brene, her friend, and Tim, her husband, talking about things that they've done together. And yes, earlier I said Tim and Devin were cousins, so that would mean that Tim slept with his cousin's wife.
Damn. What the fuck?
Akira learns that this affair between her husband and her friend started in December of 2023, and on occasion even happened in her house when she would be asleep. After all of this is discovered, Tim and Brene move out of the homes that they share with their spouses.
In her fucking house, dude? Oh my god. Hopefully they're reformed too, bro.
And into a home together.
For all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced. And that's not a good thing, but another thing, your girl is moving.
And then a few months after that, Akira sues Brene, alleging that as a direct result of Brene sleeping with her husband, Akira has suffered humiliation, mental anguish, and injury to her health. She says her children are now deprived of a 2-parent household, and Akira is deprived of the love, affection, companionship, and economic support of her own husband because he's given it all to Brene. Akira also says the fact that the two of them are flaunting this relationship all over the internet.
That's crazy.
Oh, I thought the music was on, but
No, you gotta just do it just once. Only adds to the humiliation and mental anguish that Akira is already suffering, and so she wants Brene to pay. Now, of course, filing the lawsuit is only the beginning step. So to prepare for trial, Akira and her attorney started sending subpoenas. They asked for Brene's bank statements, her proof of income, her current lease, any video she has of Akira's kids, and all communications between Brene and Tim, including text messages, videos, WhatsApp. She asked for it all. And at first, Brene's attorney responds to the subpoenas by asking the judge for more time to gather all the documents and respond to everything. But even with the new due date, Brene and her attorneys never send anything over. So after their deadline passes, Akira's attorney files a motion asking the judge to sanction or punish Brene and her attorney for not responding to the subpoena, because not having that information is preventing Akira from preparing for this trial. And it's also costing her more money in attorney fees. So this request for sanctions happened on November 20th, 2024. And then the next thing that happens in this case is on January 30th, 2025, when Brene's attorney files a motion to withdraw, like leave the case. The motion says that the defendant, meaning Brene, wants him to withdraw. So now there's a hearing scheduled for April 1st, but a mediator has also been assigned to this case, and it says the deadline for a conference with that mediator is April 19th, and then the trial is scheduled to start on May 19th. So that's the lawsuit between the wife and the girlfriend. But remember, I said Brene was also married. She was married to Devin, who is Tim's cousin. Well, Devin has also filed a lawsuit. His lawsuit is against his cousin, Tim, and it's for the same reasons Akira is suing for, saying that his cousin broke up his marriage. There was also a temporary custody order that was put in place to say that Akira and Tim's kids couldn't be left alone with Brene, but Akira says that Brene has broken that order countless times. So again, this is in North Carolina where you can sue for this kind of stuff. So I don't know, child. Y'all tagged me in this and wanted a recap, but this is a mess. North Carolina, what are y'all doing? This
North Carolina is a new Texas, a new Florida, man. Oh, hell no.
This is Brene Kennard. And
let me see, Brene Kennard. Brene. Hopefully it comes out. I did not hear about this shit, bro.
Told everybody before I could tell anybody. I couldn't tell my own mama. I couldn't tell my own mom. I couldn't tell my dad. I couldn't tell my siblings.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed her nails. What the fuck? Dude, don't those shit hurt? How do you clean your cola, bro?
So, yeah.
Oh, that's what she's famous for on TikTok, for the nails? Oh, damn, those are crazy ass nails.
About what? My divorce?
Okay, so this happened last year, bro. This video was uploaded in 2024. Why is it just now getting like trendy or whatever?
Because the crazy thing is, we weren't even, the times that he told my peoples, we weren't even getting a divorce yet. We were just separating. So,
Because they're in the trial, okay.
I don't know. So, that's...
Wait, can y'all agree with me that those nails are extra? Please. Or y'all fuck with them? Danny, you're so extra. No, those nails are extra, dude. That's what? You know she got a bidet. Bidet.
was wild.
That's crazy. They're cute. I should have known. I should have known.
Good block from George Kittle, who does it all at tight end.
He said you wanted him back. No, he didn't. He couldn't have said that.
Damn, this is crazy, bro.
Girl like that. She's just the new girlfriend. Girl like that. She's just the new. So those who are confused on the Brene case, let me break it down for y'all. Basically, Brene married her crush's cousin to get closer to her crush. Her crush name is Tim. Her husband name was Devin. Akira was Tim's wife. Okay, y'all got that? They all grew up together. They went to high school together. Now, Brene also has a twin sister named Corinne, and she also...
Imagine going that low. Dating a man to get closer to your crush.
plays a role in this situation. Track it back to high school. Basically, Brene dated Tim back when they were really, really young. Mind y'all, Tim was Brene's first love. Tim's family never liked Brene, so Tim ended up breaking it off with Brene. Now, circling back to the twin sister Corinne. Corinne and Brene fell out and had a lot of beef in high school because Corinne basically slept with Tim after Brene and Tim broke up. Basically, Brene was a 304. And so Tim ended up putting his cousin Devin on Brene because Brene was going and Devin was a virgin and he wanted to lose his V. Before everyone graduated, Akira and Tim ended up getting together, and Akira was basically Tim's new girlfriend. Granted, Brene, Devin, they don't hang out with Akira. They don't really know Akira like that. She's just the new girlfriend. Tim went off to play college football on a scholarship while Akira basically held the relationship down. Not too long after, Akira ends up getting pregnant and they end up getting married in 2008.
Yo, this fucking story is messy as fuck. I'm trying to keep up with it, bro. It's messy AF.
Akira dropped out of school to be a wife, a mother, while Tim pursued his dreams of being an NFL player. Akira was working 2 jobs trying to support the family financially. Fast forward to 2021, Devin and Brene ends up getting married. This is how I met Devin and Brene because they were a TikTok couple, actually. So mind y'all, Brene and Devin is this God-fearing married couple. They're very Christian, go to church, listen to music, do couples content, all of that. So randomly, they started hanging out with Tim and Akira, and they started doing like group activities, double dates.
What kind of group activities?
Etc. Mind you, Brene was known to be Akira and Tim's kids' aunt. Brene was Auntie Brene and Devin was Uncle Devin. Renee started speculating that her sister Corinne started sneaking around with Tim again, and this is when Akira was pregnant with her second child. Things started getting weird because every time they would link up to do couple stuff, Renee would be wearing inappropriate clothes, like her booty cheeks would be hanging out, her titties, she would have no bra on.
Not the titties, no. No.
Like, things were just very inappropriate, and she would be extremely friendly with Tim. So this is where everything started getting speculated. Carol would constantly check Brene, like, hey girl, like, can you put a bra on? Or
that's a good
her,
question. It doesn't sound like they're twin sisters. It just sounds like the guys were the cousins and the girls are just the friends. Not gonna lie, they do look similar, but I don't know. Can someone let me know in the chat? I don't think they're twins. Hopefully not. That'd be fucking crazy. Crazier, I should say. But no, it's just the cousins or the guys that were family.
About like her shorts being too short, and Brene basically would see no issue with it. And Akira's main thing was the fact that her children are around. Like, there's kids around and you have your titties just out and exposed and your booty hanging out of your shorts. Like, you're not supposed to be dressed like that around children. So fast forward, one day, Brene basically comes up with this big lie saying that Devin is being domestic towards her and that she doesn't feel comfortable living with Devin and et cetera, et cetera. So Brene basically begs Akira and Tim for a place to stay. And Tim is like, yeah, like, we might as well let her stay. Like, she said she's having problems.
Oh, shit. This was already Blanco Mania, dude. She knew what she was doing. She wanted to be in that home. To have some... I don't want to say it, so I'll let someone else say it.
It always sounds so wet.
Yeah, bro. She wanted that.
At home in her marriage. And so Akira went along with it, and Akira said that things got extremely weird the moment she moved into their home. Akira started finding random teeth around the house. She said that basically
teeth
to sleep early some nights, and she'll go to sleep at like 8 p.m., wake back up at 11 p.m. and notice Tim's not in the bed, and she'll go out and check and see where he's at, and he would be in the den with the door closed, meaning they were being actual in their home.
Damn.
While Akira was asleep, and this was proven. So Akira started confronting Tim, her husband, about what was going on. Tim gaslit her and said, oh, it's nothing going on. She was known as a 304 in her high school, saying that she's sloppy, she nasty, she dirty, she lazy, this, that, and the third. That's how she even got with Devin, like basically gaslit the fuck out of her. And she said she believed him because at the time it was like, anything my husband says, I'm going to believe. That's the type of woman she was. Granted, when Brene was staying with them, she would fix Tim's plate first, would sit with Tim, would literally, everything's Tim. And then also, she was asked on many occasions to leave their home. She said no. She told Akira, no, Tim wants me here. And so Akira said she felt like she had no one to speak to about this because she would tell her husband would gaslight her, and she just felt like something sneaky was going on behind her back, but she just could not prove it. So she started getting a whole bunch of piercings. And so one day she goes around her family and they're like, why do you have so many piercings? And then she just busts out and just tells everything. And so her grandmother was like, oh no, I'll be over there. Because one thing about it, Akira is not confrontational. She said she's not an aggressor and that this is not something that she does. So the grandmother goes over to Akira's house. The grandmother said the house was so trashed where Brene was staying at. She was staying in the den. They said that it was pop bottles, chip bottles. It was just so filthy, disgusting, and nasty. That grandmother asked Brene, and not didn't even ask, told Brene, you need to leave. And Brene told her, no, Tim wants me here. So she ended up getting into an argument with her grandmother and ends up pushing her grandmother.
Oh, shit.
Brene eventually goes home and tells her husband, Devin, that she's in love with Tim and that she wants to be with Tim.
Man, Akira should have, like, fought her, dude. I don't know, man. Don't let her push your grandma.
And Devin basically says, well, if that's what you want to do, prove it. Invite him over here. And so she did exactly that and slept with Tim in their home, y'all. in their home. Devin ended up divorcing her after that. What the fuck? Akira ends up finding out because Devin ends up hitting Akira up and telling Akira what he knew. And so she ended up getting her piece on the whole entire situation. And that's why we're here today, y'all. And now y'all just got to follow from here on out, because I told y'all the entire backstory. Sorry if I butchered some parts, but this is literally how shit went down step by step. If I didn't get every little detail on point, I'm very sorry. But this is just the gist of everything, step by step, on what is going on. Oh, and did I mention that Brene and Tim are also married now? I don't know if I forgot.
They got married? They got married, dude? Damn.
To mention it or not. Brene said that, and she admitted that she would do anything for Tim. She would buy him the whole entire world. And so basically she's his sugar mama, because Tim has no money. And granted, so those who are confused.
Damn, bro. This story is fucking nuts, man. Keeps getting more nuts every time, bro. What the fuck?
Just when I thought I told all the tea, it always be more coming back to me. So let me tell y'all too. So people are also speculating that all of Corinne's kids are Tim's kids, because, mind y'all, Tim and Corinne were heavily involved sexually back in 2019. And the crazy thing about it is Corinne's baby father wants nothing to do with Corinne nor her kids. Not to mention, she refuses to get a DNA test because she claims she knows who her baby daddy is. She doesn't need to do a DNA test. She knows.
Oh my gosh, Devin told the court yesterday that Brene and Tim did while his kids was around. She's gross. Yeah. Yeah, dude, she was a golosa, horneada, all you want to, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly who the baby daddy is.
Nah.
Y'all, now look at this picture and tell
Get a fucking DNA test.
me that this do not look like Timothy's child.
Get a
Keep
fucking
taking a
DNA
good look. Keep
test.
taking a good look. I don't know what y'all think. Do y'all think it adds up? Y'all been sleeping heavy since 2019. You get pregnant in 2019, pop out with a baby, and the baby look just like this.
Yeah, no. My guy has to get a DNA test, bro. Oh, how shitty would it be though if it comes out he raised his daughter, right? And it comes out that was never your daughter, dude. That's Murray. No, dude. Murray's gone right now. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off for him, man.
I think that baby daddy know a little bit more than what we know. Just when I thought
Yeah, bro. Hold on. This girl has a T, bro. Shout out to her.
And so Devin, aka Brene's ex-husband, Tim's cousin, did speak on his side of the story. I'm gonna actually let you guys watch.
Of me and Brene's divorce. It is not because of, we ain't even divorced yet, actually. We're still in the separation phase, but yes, she is wanting to be in a relationship with my cousin again. And people would normally have questions or opinions about why would I marry somebody that she dated. But a lot of people don't know that was back in 2013, 2014. We was all teenagers, so that relationship really didn't mean nothing to me now because we're grown. And around this time, he's married with kids.
Yeah, and you're mature about it. So I totally get where you're coming from. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, me personally, I don't think I could kick it with my girl's ex if I knew they had fucking relationships, right? If they have fucking sex, so that's just me, bro. I don't know if it's toxic of me, but yeah, y'all let me know if y'all could be like buddies with your partner's ex and y'all know they slept together, bro. Y'all let me know in the chat. I couldn't. Hell no. fucking sexo, man. It's a little toxico. Really? Yeah. Pfft, call me toxico all you want. Hell nah, bro. Call me toxico all you want, bro. But you're gonna get whatever happened to this fucking group. Just remember that, bro. Just remember that. Remember me telling you right now. Just remember me.
The damage that has been done to me throughout this whole little process is taking a toll on me. It's been driving me kind of crazy a little bit because I've been wanting to speak out about it just because the simple fact of all of this stuff that y'all see on the internet be so fake, bro. Y'all may say I never looked happy with her in the videos and whatnot, but y'all don't know stuff, nothing that went on behind closed doors or behind the camera. People don't know what I had to go through. People don't know what I had to deal with, but I'm not gonna make it seem like I didn't have my faults either. Yes, I had some ways about myself too, but I never once thought about stepping out of my marriage to go be with somebody else. To sit here and say that I'm happy to see my wife with another man, no, I'm not. But I had to let that go. We go do something different, spend quality time with them, I guess. But that whole week, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. There was a lot of them spending time together while their spouses are sitting there looking like what's going on right now. And it's like in that moment, I kind of realized like they got something going on, and it kind of made sense in the end because after they made their little video together where she didn't want me in it with them, I called a little attitude, and she got mad at me for getting an attitude. And then when we get back home after that Christmas weekend, I had a new wedding ring for that I had for her birthday. I gave it to her. She didn't even open it. And at that moment, I knew something was going on, but I didn't think much of it.
I'm low-key upset. This drama's fucking a year old, and we're barely finding out. Well, at least me. Damn, where was I 1 year ago, bro?
And then when I go to my cousin about how I felt about that situation where they was making that video and she didn't put me in it, I guess she overheard me talking about it to him, and she asked me like, why can't you express that to me? But I already knew I was gonna be hurt if I was to bring that to her, so I'm like, I ain't even gonna waste my breath. And should I have did that? No, but when I'm not being hurt, I'm not about to keep forcing myself to be hurt. And then a couple days after that, she wanted to hit me with, she wanted to separate, but not separate to divorce, but separate to better our relationship. And I'm like, we can just do that now. We haven't even tried counseling. But she feels like separation is the best way to go. And then Martin Luther King weekend comes up. And the crazy thing about that is, she ain't ride me down there. She wanted to go down to my cousin in the house again. She ain't ride with me. She had my cousin come pick her up. And in that moment, I knew what was going on. I realized I was trying to get played with. So.
And bro, not just that, but that's his cousin. That's his cousin. I know I asked you guys about if y'all could kick it with your ex, or your partner's ex, and y'all know they slept. But like, bro, imagine your partner's ex with your cousin. Oh hell no. Fuck family, bro.
I drive down there Friday night after I got off work. I get down there trying to give her a hug and kiss. She didn't want me to touch her. I'm like, okay, cool. Can we at least go outside and try and talk? No. And then later on that night, she wanted to hit me with she wanted a divorce. I'm like, but y'all like at that moment I realized like I'm getting played with. So I came up with a little joke, and I was like, our proposal was fake. I made it seem real only because your mama came downstairs, and that broke her, I guess. That hurt her feelings to a core. But like in that moment, I didn't care because I already knew I was getting played with. But should I have made a little joke? No. But it is what it is. So the Saturday of that Martin Luther King weekend, we all go to this little park, and Tim and his wife is over there having a conversation, and me and Brittany having a conversation. And I asked her, I'm like, do y'all got something going on? And she asked me, how would you feel, hypothetically, how would you feel if me and Tim were to rekindle? And in that moment, I already knew. I'm like, because the night before they was already talking about getting back together. So in that moment, I'm like, oh, I'll be happy for y'all.
There's no hypothetical. What the fuck? You're married.
Not really meaning it, but it's like I'm not about to sit there and force myself to try and fight for a relationship where you want to be with somebody else. To take it a step further, I started playing along with the game. She want to hit me with we get back home after Martin Luther King weekend. She hit me with she want to start bringing guys over. I'm like, nah, if you gonna be with Tim, you can bring him over. They do that. They sleep in the bed together. Whatnot. She made it seem like she was gonna sleep with me, but nah, she slept with him. And in them moments, I'm like, yeah, all right. I kind of got my feelings a little bit, but I'm like, I took my L, cried about it. Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt to see it. But at that point, I just had to see it for myself to see if it was really real.
And so Devin, aka Brene's ex-husband, Tim's cousin, did speak.
That's fucking insane. He said, "Nah, bring him over here." She said, "Fuck it, okay, all right." Bang, 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 bang.
El pollo is loco. El pollo